there was the sun, and there was the sky, and there was a kind of wall, and very peaceful. Then little balls, I guess, or dots that you kind of have fun and play with within that space. It was just nice to focus on that, I guess, a bit.
Yeah. So I thought the balls were us.
Yeah, I didn't really think of it. Yeah.
I didn't think of myself as playing with some other thing. I thought of myself as moving myself around and communicating with you. I assumed that you were seeing what I was seeing. Don't know whether you were, but I assumed you were. And I assumed that you were seeing me and I was seeing you, and we were communicating and doing it together. And I found that very moving.
Oh.
And I found communicating that way, so not verbally and not being able to see your face or anything like that, but just with the movement of what I thought of as our parts of our body.
Did you see when you did we did the line at the end? That was cool.
We did line.
We did like a line. That was good coordinated action.
Yeah. So yeah. And you came close, and then we did a bit of a dance.
And we tried to fuse.
And we fused in various ways, and we circled around each other. I thought it was quite an emotional experience actually. And also I was not at all self-conscious. So I don't dance normally at all. But even though there were people, I don't know, maybe they were watching, maybe they weren't, but I was in another world. And I would like to spend more time in that world. I think it would be good for me.
But so that you had this green grid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you cross it a lot?
No, so I started by exploring the parameters or the perimeters of the grid, so I got a sense of the amount of space we had. And once I'd done that, I felt...
So you were not tempted to cross it?
No, because I've been told that if I did, I would bump into someone.
I was a bit sort of...
Right, you wanted to transgress that boundary.
Yeah.
When you said that it was an emotional experience, what kind of emotions are you speaking of? What was the sensation?
Well, I felt very close to Kareem. I felt in harmony, I guess, or something like that, in collaboration and in harmony with her, because we kept coming close to each other, and I assumed that we were knowing that each was knowing that was what the other person was doing. So I felt quite calm and peaceful and serene and happy.
Yeah, it was nice to, but also we could we could sort of dance around each other a bit. Like that was quite fun. So that we would I would with my board go through his board, and then I would be on the other side. That was fun, huh? Yeah. So we could just, there was a sort of, well, you can never do that with the body, right? I mean, you can't sort of pass through. So that was quite cute, I thought.
And we made patterns together of various kinds, still patterns and moving patterns. It was nice. So it felt very collaborative.
Yeah.
And we went down to the ground.
That was fun. I think I followed you.
Yeah.
No, I don't know which one. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. So it was really nice to explore the space.
And how does it feel to move now?
It's much nicer to. But it's easier to move in that.
It's easier to move in
that context.
In the virtual space.
Yeah. You feel a bit lighter.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're represented by boards, so you feel a bit sort of lighter.
Yes, that's good. I think that's true. You feel less kind of embodied.
Less gravity.
Less gravity and less kind of...
Just a little bit of gravity.
Body parts, just the essence of yourself in some way, I thought. And it just seemed quiet, whereas this room is quite noisy. So it was a surprise to come out and find the noise. But much more tranquil there.
No, definitely.
Less kind of, and also much less to think about. because there's much less different visual stimuli, so you're not taking in all the people and all the things they're saying, you're just in your own, kind of, not isolated, but just us two together. It was nice. It was like being on a desert island, it's that kind of experience. I thought. It was nice.
And you didn't hear anything?
I don't remember hearing anything.
No, me at some point, I think there was one specific corner where people were having a conversation and about university or something. So but then I could easily sort of move away. But there was one corner where I felt I heard more, but that's otherwise I didn't really pay attention. But it didn't really matter. I was not tempted to eavesdrop or something like that.
Nice. So, do you think that you learned something out of it? That you know something that you didn't know before, perhaps?
That's a tricky one.
No.
Well, we know we're close, but
yeah, we
felt
kind of
quite close.
we felt more connected than we have done
so
recently. So it was a way of connecting. Not something, we didn't discover anything new, I don't think. But for me, it was more like a kind of reassuring going back to a kind of form of connection. So I felt calm.
Maybe that enabled us to calm down a bit.
Yeah, I felt closer to you than I had done, for the day before, or even longer. As if we were reduced to our bare essentials, and then when we were our bare essentials, we were close and cooperative and collaborative. It was nice.